Hey y'all, I'm actually getting ready for bed, so I'm gonna do a real quick nighttime skincare facial. I've been breaking out a lot lately, and I think I know for a fact that a lot of it is hormonal. Also, my eating has not been that great, as you know. I'm a firm believer in eating for your skincare as well as just whole body nutrition because you know how you live really does affect the skin. So what you eat, moving your body, rest, all of those things, like they all matter. So I'm going to actually go in with a different brand, I think, tonight. Let me see if I want to go in with this brand or not. I took a course from this brand, Glymed. It's a professional grade brand, and I just never actually used any of the products that they gave me. They gave me these four little minis. And actually, I'm not going to use this brand because I don't have everything that I would need. Let me see. I have cleanser, a mask, a hydrating gel with sunscreen, and then a brightening serum. So, yeah. I am actually going to save those because I'm probably just going to order a few samples so that way I can have a full um, facial routine from that brand. If you know me, you know that I like to try things before I utilize them on anyone else, like on any clients, family, friends, things like that. If I'm not willing to try it on myself, then I'm not gonna try it on somebody else. That's just the truth. Um, unless like I just feel super confident in it. So like for example, when it came down to like my dermaplaning, it y'all don't even know. I worked really hard on it. Like really hard. So yeah. So tonight's facial is gonna be by Circadia. And I've been using them since school. So yeah. If you've been following me since those days, since all the way back then you already know this is what I was trained on. This is tried and true. And I can't get enough of this brand. This is old packaging. I'm still working through a lot of my old through a lot of my products that I have by them right now. They do have new packaging out, and I do want to get order products for the new packaging, but I need to use what I have first. So yeah, that's kind of where I am. And I'm probably gonna do some giveaways also. So stay tuned for that. I'm pulling out everything I need for my routine right now. So that's why you see me like go down, come up, go down, come up. I'm gonna actually close this door. Let's Okay, so I have pretty much everything I need. I have my lipid replacing gel cleanser. I have the micro exfoliating honey cleanser. That's going to have a physical exfoliating property to it. And then the pumpkin perfecting mask with bakuchiol. And that's also, so with the pumpkin mask, it actually also acts as an exfoliator, as a brightener. So this will be the only thing that I use. Like I said, I'm very familiar with this brand, so I already know what the products are going to do. So I know like how far to go with them, if that makes sense. And when it comes to professional grade products and medical grade products, you definitely want to know how far you can go, like what all you can mix, what all you can't mix, things like that. That's going to be very important. So yeah. And then I also have the clearing facial mist. And then I pulled out sunscreen that I don't even need tonight. I'm just going to put that up. And then I have my serums. Serum 71 and Spot Stop. That's the lineup for tonight. Okay, so I have on my little wristlets, and now I'm about to go ahead and start my process for washing my face and doing my facial at home. So as a licensed esthetician, I'll just say this. There is a huge difference between over-the-counter professional grade and medical grade products, right? So when it comes to over-the-counter products, they can work, but to a degree, to an extent. They're not going to be as potent as your professional grade and your medical grade products, because in order to get FDA approval to be on the shelves for the masses, right, for mass consumption, the products can't really cause too much of a drastic change to the skin. So not saying that they don't work, but it takes longer, which means that you end up spending more money. Whereas with professional grade, you get results a little bit faster. And also with professional grade, you can only get them from a licensed professional, dermatologist, esthetician, yeah, like maybe even plastic surgeons, right? Because they're doctors, so they have licenses. When it comes to medical grade products, those products are going to cause like drastic changes to the skin. So pretty much that's considered like your anti-aging, things like that. So like if you're wanting to have like a whole facelift, but you don't want to actually do surgery, right? Then you would opt for more medical grade products. So that would be like Skin Better. Who else? SkinCeuticals, I want to say, is also a medical grade. Who else? I believe Glymed Plus might be. Don't quote me on that. Like I said, I'm still learning about them. But yeah, Circadia is a professional grade. However, they do have medical grade modalities too. So you can mix. So pretty much, like I can mix Circadia with medical grade modalities to cause like drastic changes to the skin that medical grade skincare would do. It's a little bit more work, but what I like about that route is that it's a little bit more hands-on. It kind of gives like, there's a lot more science behind it, if that makes sense. And in my opinion, for me, where I am in my career, it's just a safer route until I'm prepared and I actually am ready to get into medical grade skincare. I think by stepping into Glymed Plus, that's kind of like a happy medium between the two. So as I continue to learn about them, I think I will start to prepare myself a lot more for getting into medical grade skincare. But let's get into it. Step one, I'm gonna wet my face. A little bit goes a long way. You really don't need a lot of it. Also, you want to make sure that you get a really good lather. So yeah. If you ever meet an esthetician who has like flawless skin, big ups to them. I mean, don't get me wrong, I have my times where my skin is flawless, but I'm not perfect by a long shot. Like, I have my times where my skin is just like, what the hell? And that's okay. So, what I learned early on from an esthetician that I used to watch back in the day is you want to cleanse your skin for 60 seconds. Now, am I counting? No, I'm just kind of cleansing. Also, there's a right and a wrong way to do this. So if you notice, I'm going like up and out. And then when I get to like my chin and my neck area, I'm going like in a more downward. But it's still outward. If that makes sense. So yeah. And then forehead obviously is out. And it just kind of helps with like any lymphatic drainage. It's going to help with, you know, anti-aging prematurely. There's just a right and a wrong way to wash your face. So if you're washing your face and you're kind of just like going in and just like, that's not right. Don't do that. Stop doing that actually. Next is going to be my micro exfoliating honey cleanser. So this cleanser actually is really thick. And can sometimes be like hard to get out. But yeah. I don't know if you can see the beads there. But yeah, that's like the physical exfoliator. Then get your good lather and then go in. The only thing about this cleanser is sometimes the bead, well, I'm pretty sure they've reformulated too along with the new packaging. At least this particular product, but with the beads, they're really hard sometimes to get off. So I typically don't really opt for this on clients, but it is really good to have at home for clients. One of the most considerably missed spots would be the eyelids. So making sure that, you know, you definitely hit the eyelids when you're washing your face. And just so you know, the 60-second cleanse that actually came from the LA Beautyologist. Shout out to her. Okay. Now I'm going to pat dry. You don't wipe, we just kind of pat dry. I think the other reason why my skin kind of broke out, honestly, was because I didn't have a separate face towel. Well, I did, but I didn't for a little bit. And in all honesty, any little thing can cause your skin. Like I said, though, this is mostly hormonal acne, but I didn't have a separate face towel. I was actually using my drying towel, which is a huge no-no, but honestly, I just had some days and some nights of just like, I don't even care, I'm too exhausted to even think about it. And that happens sometimes, and that's okay. So now, I'm gonna go in with the clearing facial mist. And so the old packaging, which is this one, the mist comes out really strong, so I like to put it in my hand first and then press it into my skin. Okay, so next I'm going to go in with the Pumpkin Perfect Perfecting Mask. Okay, and brush So in previous videos, I think I may have already said, and I don't even know if I've uploaded them yet or not, but sometimes I like to use a fan brush, sometimes I don't. It just kind of depends on what all I have on. I'm going to use a fan brush because this needed to get mixed a little bit because it kind of was clumpy. So. Okay. So when it comes to, your skincare, one of the things that you need to consider is what your goal is for your skincare, for your skin before you select an esthetician, and even selecting selecting an esthetician is going to help with selecting the right skincare brand for you too, and what type of skincare brand it is, whether it's professional grade or medical grade. They also have cosmeceutical grade, and basically what that means is it's a professional grade skincare, but it also acts as makeup, so foundation, concealer, things like that. A well-known brand would be Color Science. Actually, I almost forgot about them. Color Science would be a well-known brand for that. I like Color Science. I got put onto them a long time ago in school by another Esty. But I don't really wear makeup like that, so for me, it's not really something that I ever just needed. If I do wear any makeup, it's typically just like eye enhancement. So I'll do my brows, and then depending on how I'm feeling, I might, or even the occasion, I might do my lashes. I might put on some mascara. I'm still trying to get into lashes, I don't know, cluster lashes maybe. Let me know what your favorite ones are because I do kind of want to know. Okay, so I'm actually going to leave this on for a little bit. I am not pulling out a steamer tonight. I don't feel like it. I do have a little mini steamer. Well, I guess I can pull out my little mini steamer. No, I'm not doing that. I'm tired. This is as far as I'm going to go. So you do have the option, obviously, when you're doing an at-home facial to either do a steamer or not. The steamer kind of helps with product penetration as well as opening up the pores a little bit. It's not something that you have to use, but it's something that you can use if you just want it. Some people like the steamer because it adds on to the relaxation part of it. So yeah, it just depends on you. And honestly, not even every esthetician uses the steamer. I know quite a few that, I've met quite a few who just, it wasn't their thing. So, and there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, I'm back. So now that my mask is set for a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and rinse it off. And then I'm going to probably go back in again with my clearing facial mist toner to help rebalance the pH of my skin while also acting as a anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial, all the good things to kill the acne causing bacteria. So yeah. Okay. Okay, there we go. So I'm done now with that part. Like I said, we're going back in with the clearing mist. Just gonna press that into my skin. Unfortunately, one of the things that about my hormonal acne that is really irritating is that I get really bad PIH. So I'm hyperpigmented, like really bad right now, but it's okay. Next, I'm gonna go in with Spot Stop. That's gonna help with any of the breakouts that I have right now. And it basically goes on kind of like a lotion. So this was Serum 71. And what I like about Serum 71 by this brand is that it's basically like everything all in one. Like, it's going to help with hyperpigmentation, it's going to help with hydration, it's going to help with, you know, anti-aging, it's going to help with, what else did I say? Hyperpigmentation. It's going to help with just like even bringing the skin back to life. If you notice, as soon as I put it on, it was like, my skin was like, oh, thank goodness, finally. So yeah. And then the last thing I'm going to go in with is Post Pill Balm, which is basically like the thickest moisturizer that they have, and is utilized also for post chemical peels. So normally if I have clients, I tell them like straight up to make sure that they already have this before they get a chemical peel. If they don't, then I'm like, I'm not doing it without you already having it. And it's nothing personal, like it's just, you know, a matter of me ensuring that you're already prepared the day that you get the chemical peel. Like preparing for the chemical peel before you even have the chemical peel, if that makes sense. Kind of like introducing actives slowly to the skin. Like if you've never had a chemical peel before, or like if you've never had a facial before, or if you've never even had an esthetician or utilized professional grade skincare, then one of the very first things I'm going to do is have you to slowly introduce those active ingredients to your skin. So yeah, that's just, you know, that's just that. But I'm gonna put all of this away and clean up and get ready for bed. And now I'm